Alright, what's going on, peeps and peepettes? SixxthIce here, and I'm very happy today. Which is weird, because I really lost one of my best friends this morning, because she was being a complete bitch. But for some reason, I felt really happy after that, and I don't know why, but I'm happy. So, today, I'm gonna actually get on my knees. I know what you're thinking, it's not what I meant. But, today I was supposed to go, and I was gonna record a ton of shit off my PS2 and my Wii. For some reason, my dad's all, oh, I don't feel like recording, so we're not going to do that. So I know a lot of you guys are waiting for some WWE stuff and whatnot. So I figured, you know, what would be a better way to make up for that than to show you some of the moves I know how to do right here on my trusty bed. You know? So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to show you some simple stuff, probably some suplexes, headlocks, stuff like that. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to have to take my shirt off, because I can't wrestle with a shirt on. So I know ladies are going to be like, oh damn, he has just got a finely chiseled physique. Which, you know, I do. I'm so sexy, and it's just crazy, you know? So the first thing we're going to start with is just a simple suplex. Let's see if I can do this without having the program freeze on me as it has. Ugh, there we go. Alright, let's not zoom in on my face. That's not what we want to see. Alright, so here, we'll do it into the ring. The ring, I guess. So you start with just a simple, get the fuck out of here, dog. With a simple underchoke headlock. As so, you know, your arm under the chin pulls the head under. I'm gonna pan up a little bit, maybe zoom out just a touch, so you can see all of me. I'm also using my really shitty camera because I really forgot to bring my other one today, so we just got that. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the inside arm, the one that's going across your chest, of your opponent, and put it behind your neck. That way when you're doing the move, it doesn't get stuck on any part of your body, and he doesn't break an arm, dislocate it, etc., etc. Next, you're going to grab either his leg or his waist and lift him up. Now, when your opponent's in the air, this is all stuff that's can be done either in real or in kayfabe stuff, kayfab, however you want to pronounce it. You know, feet. He'll hold his feet up in the air so they're not drooping down, as so. He'll hold them up in the air where you hold them, and then you just fall backwards, trying to make sure that his arm's either under your neck or he moves it as you do the move. And that's basically how you just do a simple suplex. So the next move I'm going to show you is a choke slam or uranagi, either way. It's basically the same thing. So for a choke slam, it's all about the theatrics. That gets it set up. So you know, the grab with on the throat. Okay, then you take his arm away from you, I guess you could say, no, I'm sorry, his arm on the inside, which will be the one if you pull them closer. Okay, again, it's across your chest. You know, you take that arm and you put that behind you. Lift him up, probably holding his waist, and then just throw him down. You know, and you hope that your opponent, when he comes down, he wants to land, you know, flat out, like, just like that. You know, you don't want to see him be like, because that's not how the move's done, and then you just look like a complete asshole. So that is a choke slam. We'll go back to some more simple stuff with a standard neck breaker, I guess. Again, that'll start with the under choke headlock. You know, you get him, bring him under, turn your opponent around as well as your body, so now you're facing both backwards, and then you will fall. You got him like that, okay, and then you're going to pull him kind of forward while kicking your feet out. Falling so that you're not, you know, scrunched together, so he doesn't land on your shoulder. You both kind of want to be going forward so that you spread apart like this. And I'll at least give the illusion that the opponent, his head is falling on your shoulder or on the mat, causing injury to his neck. So the next one is going to be a German suplex. This one, if not done correctly, can potentially kill somebody. So if you're going to do this, make sure you have a trained professional with you and that you're in a real wrestling ring, not on a bed, or in your backyard, or in the kitchen, or the bathroom, or a sex dungeon. That's not a place that you want to be doing German suplexes. So you're going to grab your opponent around the waist and then pull them into you. Now you want their waist just be a little bit above yours, so if you're doing it with a small guy, you might have to start out, but then you have to hold them up before you start the move. So you get their waist a little bit above yours, and then you go up together. So you both push, and then you'll just go backwards, making sure that their head stays tucked in, so when they come back, they don't land on their head. You want them to land on kind of like the meatier part of their back. So you throw them. Now there's two variations to that move. One is you hold on to them the entire way and end at the ground, as so, where you can either then go for a pin or let go and continue another move. Or there's the much more, I think, dangerous one, but I guess they're both pretty dangerous, where you let go mid-move, but if you let go of them wrong or you give them too much of a push, they could go back and land straight on their heads and become paralyzed or potentially die. Potentially die. Yep. So that's definitely not something you want. So let's do it. Let me show you one more time. Or the fall away. Okay, so the next move we have here is going to be, I guess, the Uranagi. I was going to do this one earlier, but I didn't. So this one, first thing you do is you grab your opponent, across the stomach, basically, like so. You can see both arms are going over my arm. Take the arm where take your opponent's arm, and make sure that your hand is on that shoulder of that arm, so that it's going, as you can see, it's going across the body, across kind of his throat. And then same with the choke slam, you just lift and drop. So it'll look like this. Pretend this is you're the one taking the move. Pretend this is your opponent's arm. It'll be pretty simple. So now we'll do a simple spine buster. This one's hard to do. So if I do this, like that, pretend that's him running at me. So a spine buster would be your opponent maybe, bouncing off the ropes, coming at me, picking up, and then just setting him down. It's a fairly simple move, but it does take a little bit to get used to it. So your opponent's coming at you. First thing you want to do is make sure that their legs, when they come after you, are spread widely apart, so you don't accidentally, come down on the spine buster and land on one of their legs, because you can pinch a nerve that way. You can get pretty hurt in the legs if you're not paying attention. So make sure their legs are spread, going on either side of your body, and then if you're getting the move, when you come down, don't completely fall on top of them. More like land your forearm on this side and your hand around your opponent, creating almost a bridge of separation in between your two bodies, like that. Next thing with that move is that the opponent who is taking the move, the person taking the move, make sure that when you get picked up, your arms are out of the way, either behind you and the person giving you the move, or just up above them. Because if it's in front of you and they come down, they can land right on your arm and again pitch a nerve, or really, kind of get you a good hurt. So the next one is going to be a simple black hole slam. This move it's fairly easy, but you got to have a lot of strength and coordination to do it. So it'll normally start Uranagi style pose, either with the arm draped over or the arm in front. It doesn't really matter. So then you would reach down and grab this opponent's inner thigh and lift them up. This arm, probably best to be up there or over around your shoulder area. So now you have them up in this position. What do? The person taking the move, just needs to make sure that when they come around, their momentum stops here and then they fall flat on their back, just taking a quick back bump. It's much easier if you get a little bit of a swing before you start to throw them. Because if you just go like that, you got to really rely on all of the person taking the move's momentum. So sometimes it can end up like that, where you would just completely fall on top of them, possibly injuring them, if you're heavy enough, killing them. So you get a good little throw into it. Too much momentum though, and you got flying out into nowhere, which I've had happen to me before. I've also been kicked in the head, knocked unconscious for that. It's not as fun as it sounds. So you set them, throw the momentum stops, and then you'll just fall next to each other, making sure that you have enough separation to where you don't land on your opponent, but it's close enough to look like you're really hurting them by smashing them to the ground. You know, like that. So the next move is probably one of my favorites. It's the cutter. The cutter can start out a couple of different ways. It can start out in a reverse DDT, rolled up into a cutter position, or it can just start out in a cutter position. You know, you just grab them like that. Either way really works. I've done both, but it's easier if you just grab them, you know, under the what do you call this? The chin, and hands on top of the head maybe. And then this one's pretty simple. You're gonna bring probably your right foot. I mean, you could do left, it wouldn't really matter, but if you're gonna do your left, make sure that they start out on your left, just for good measure. So if you're right-handed, if they're on the right side, you'll kick your right leg back, and then you'll kind of fall basically parallel to where you are. If you fall backwards, you know, like that, then you run the risk of your opponent not having enough room and basically crushing their neck. And if you fall forwards, like, I missed my bed. If you fall forwards like that, you run the risk of either going too far and getting tangled in the rope, or separating from your opponent and making the move look really terrible, or even pulling their neck and injuring their spinal cord. So let's see this one done. So now, the person taking the move, when you fall, you want to turn your head at the last second and use your arms to protect you. So, when you're coming down, you're not doing stupid stuff like that. I love doing this. You're not doing stupid stuff like I just did, smashing face first into the ground. It really hurts your neck, I'm not gonna lie. You want to be like this. See if I can. I'll do another quick one and throw it into slow-mo so you guys can actually watch my head turn and my arms kind of protect me. Now, when I do that, you know, you see me pull my head all the way down and actually have my arm cross my throat when I hit the ground. That's bad because you can easily land on your arm, choke yourself, dislocate your shoulder. Either way, it's not going to be fun. So let's see if I can do it. See if I can get my hand back. Like that. Okay. So the last thing I thought I would show would be a DDT, because that goes hand in hand when you think of professional wrestling. So you have the simple snap DDT, like that, or you have the impaler DDT, which is more of a... Either way works. The snap DDT is a lot harder to do, especially if you're just starting or you're doing backyard stuff. My abs and chest are killing me right now. So we'll start with the impaler because it's easier. So again, you know, you have the under choke headlock locked in, not too tight, obviously, and then you're going to jump and turn. So we'll start this way, so I finish this way. So you'll take your opponent, probably one hand under their arm, maybe grabbing their tights or something, just to make sure that they get around the same as you. So you go, and then you basically just fall. Now, it's going to look like you're taking the opponent's head and just driving it into the ground, which you're really not. They're taking a simple front bump where they land on the ground. You know? They can use their arms to stop their momentum, turn their head so that their cheek hits the ground and not their nose or their chin or some other vital part of their face. So yeah, it's pretty easy. You just don't, when you come down, you want to stop with your hand. You want to push that onto the ground and not keep that headlock locked in. That'll give the sense of hitting the mat sound with maybe their face. It'll sound like, you know, their face is smashing the ground. And it also won't, you know, actually drive their face into the ground so that they die. That'd be pretty bad. So, go up, down. Like that. So the last one, the snap DDT, this one's a lot more dangerous because they're actually at least giving the illusion that they're landing right on the top of their head, which to a normal human being would more or less kill somebody. So let's see what that would look like, eh? Not the killing part, the DDT part. So again, you know, underhook choke DDT or DDT. Underhook. Oh, it's been a long day. Underhook choke headlock position, and then again, you're going to probably want to grab their tight in some way to make sure that they get up. Now for this one, you'll take your right leg or your left leg, depending on what arm you're holding them with, and kick and fall. Now for the person taking the move, when you come, you want your arms to make contact with the ground to hold yourself like that. If you're going all the way around, then your opponent's hand will hopefully be around the back of your head just right. So when you come down, you can land like that on the medial part of your back and your neck area, instead of your head. So, see, oh god. So I'm locked in, right? And they go, and they're just like, you know? Now pretend that you can't see my head. And pretend that the momentum doesn't look like it's flipping me. So we'll do one more. It's pretty, once you know what you're doing and you know how to stay safe, it's an easy move to execute randomly. Just wrap. And then, you know, just a little, like so. So that basically is going to conclude some of the simpler wrestling moves to do. If you guys like this video, obviously leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you like my muscles. And let me know. God, I look so bad. I have the greatest abs ever, though. I got a six-pack. You see that? You see that? Yeah. Ugh. And you look, you look at my muscles. You're like, oh wow, that kid's weak as shit. I can hold my own. I can bench almost 200 pounds on a good day. I mean, I can bench like 185 for 3 reps. It's not bad. Not bad. I know that there's somebody, I can bench 215 on a good day for 3 reps, noob. You know, all of the weightlifting pros are going to come out and just be sassing up this video, but whatever. So, if you guys enjoyed that, let me know. If you didn't, again, let me know. If you want me to wear a shirt next time, let me know. And so, yeah, you know, thank you guys for watching this video, and peace out. And don't forget to subscribe, guys.